When you get one of those top 3 to 4 players, certainly it can change your franchise, and it's somebody that you want to continue to build around. It's exciting. It's exciting for our fans and our team.
The Indiana Fever made a big announcement on May 13th that Caitlin Clark had been hoping for. It wasn't just any news, though. Krauskopf had returned to a prominent role. If you're familiar with the Fever's history, you'll know that Kopf has been an essential member of the team since 2012, contributing significantly to its success.
I saw the news yesterday about Kelly Krauskopf. She's going to be leaving us to go run the Fever again. Super happy for her. She was a huge part of our front office and helping us build our team and run our team from day to day. And definitely going to miss.
The Fever reached its peak under Kopf's leadership, but in 2018 she faced criticism and was fired. Now, she's coming back at a time when Caitlin Clark needed the most support. Clark has been trying her hardest to lead the team, but relying on one player can't sustain success. Why was Stephanie White let go so abruptly, and what makes Kopf the ideal choice for the Fever's president? Let's be clear, this isn't just a ceremonial return. She has important changes, and the timing couldn't be better.
Very excited to start this new chapter in my life and new chapter in my career.
Let's face it, the Fever has been a bit of adrift in recent seasons, but now they have Caitlin Clark, a superstar who is really carrying the team. To put it plainly, Clark is the main reason people are talking about the
4,000 people. Now they have 17,000 people, and they sold 1,000 standing room only tickets. So when we walked into the arena, people were on that third balcony looking down at the tops of our players' heads to watch.
Star power comes with a lot of pressure, and this isn't a superhero story. Rather, it's the difficulty of building a winning team around a standout player. Let's face it, the Fever's front office hasn't made the best decisions lately. They now have Clark, and they can't afford to make mistakes because the fans might just show up at their office and demand action.
I saw the news yesterday about Kelly Krauskopf. She's going to be leaving us to go run the Fever again. Super happy for her. She was a huge part of our front office and helping us build our team and run our team from day to day. And definitely.
With 6 technical fouls already this season, Clark has been having difficulties. Where is the coaching staff's or front office's support? It seems like they are too preoccupied with solving their own issues to safeguard their best player.
But nobody's printing. Diana Taurasi was right. This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. And she's a rookie.
This is where Kopf truly needs to step up. It's not just about packing the house. It's important to make the necessary adjustments. Clark isn't here to be a punching bag. She's here to win, and everyone is anticipating that.
This is a new beginning. It's a new start, and I think it's great for our franchise. It's great for our fans, and we're excited to see who can join us and help us as we continue to move forward and continue to be a great standard in the W.
The excitement surrounding her return could quickly fade if Kopf is unable to bridge the gap between the front office and what's happening on the court, much like the Fever's playoff hopes under Stephanie White leadership. The Indiana Fever, who finished as the second-worst defensive team in the league last season, have turned into a defensive mess, practically putting out a welcome mat for opponents to score at will.
Very excited to start this new chapter in my life and new chapter in my career.
They seem to have forgotten that stopping the other team is a part of the game. Stephanie White, the head coach, has been in charge of this sinking ship, and her defensive tactics have been as effective as a wet paper towel.
You are an absolute abomination of a head coach. I can't believe you actually have a job.
They seem to have forgotten that stopping the opposition from scoring is a crucial aspect of the game. Stephanie White, the so-called head coach, has been in charge of this sinking ship, and her defensive tactics have proven to be almost ineffective.
At the end of the day, it's not about the officiating tonight, for sure. I mean, we've got to be better defensively.
Stephanie White's emphasis on a one-dimensional offense has put all the pressure on Caitlin Clark to perform every night. It seems as though her strategy is just a hope that Clark will figure everything out. Sure, Clark can score 30 points with ease, but that doesn't mean the defense can be ignored. It's almost painful to watch teams switch up her player rotations as if she's drawing names out of a hat in the hopes that someone will suddenly know how to defend. But surprisingly, relying on the same old tactics repeatedly isn't working.
You don't know how to use Caitlin Clark's strengths. You don't know how to play to her weaknesses. You don't know how to draw up a simple out-of-bounds play. You don't know how to calm down muddy waters. You don't know how to call a timeout and relax everybody's emotions. You don't know how to talk to the referees. All you know how to do is wave your arms and defensive slide on the sideline. Tired of seeing it every single game.
It's understandable why Clark frequently appears worn out. She's being tested since Side finds it difficult to control her rotations. Let's also discuss the strategy, if you can call it that, as Sid seems to focus just on outscoring the opposition, and if they score more, just hope for the best. The Fever's second defensive rating is a clear problem, but Sid just stands there with her clipboard, watching the mayhem unfold like the rest of us. She's not coaching, she's just a spectator who happens to be on the payroll, which is why bringing Krauskopf back is such a wise move for the Fever. Someone who understands the bigger picture. Krauskopf knows you can't build a championship team by overworking your star player and hoping for miracles. There needs to be a balanced emphasis on defense and a strategy that doesn't put all the pressure on Clark every game. If teams can't turn things around, and let's be honest, there's little evidence that she can then Krauskopf, they will need to make changes and find a coach who truly understands what it takes to win. Rumor has it that she's already eyeing defensive talents like Gabby Williams from the Seattle Storm, which is the kind of toughness and skill the team sorely needs.
Caitlin has done is also similar to what Tiger did in that they brought new fans to the sport.
Right.
So Michael Jordan energized and became a role model for all the kids. Caitlin's got that. She's brought new fans to it. But she's even more.
Then there's the roster situation that the team helped create. Kelsey Mitchell, who has been playing well and averaging 19.2 points per game, is about to enter free agency. The team can't afford to lose her, but if Sid's failed strategies continue, why would Mitchell want to stay? Nobody wants to be a part of a team that ignores defense, while Nalissa Smith's role is rapidly diminishing and Erica Wheeler, the highest paid player on the roster, essentially receiving over $400,000 annually to sit on the bench. However, I'm not too concerned about anyone can fix this mess. The 2012 Wnba championship back when they were genuinely competitive. Fans recall those glory days, especially when Krauskopf drafted Tama Catchings and assembled a team that intimidated their opponents. Naturally, everyone is hoping she has a few more tricks up her sleeve, but replicating that success today is a difficult task. Back then, it was about finding hidden gems. Now, it's crucial not to mess up what they already have with a star like Clark. If they play their cards correctly, they may have a real chance to be relevant again.
It's really hard to take in. After a few away games and all of the sellouts, Caitlin asked the WNBA if they would pay spot bonuses to the away team players. She said,
wow.
We're making all this new revenue, and I would like the away team to benefit from that. Could they get a spot bonus? So that's the heart of Caitlin Clark. I mean, that's a classy, amazing person. She would pass less and shoot more. She's an amazing passer, a wonderful shooter, but what she was building was team camaraderie of passing the ball, helping other people play a better game, and sometimes to the detriment of our own scores. And now we've figured that rhythm out.
Let's now talk about the difficulties that lie ahead. The Fever haven't exactly been playing well lately, and before Clark arrived, they were thought to be an easy win for other teams. Bringing Krauskopf back won't change that overnight. She must take on a roster that has been, to put it mildly, underwhelming. The expectation isn't just improvement. It's about getting the Fever back to championship form quickly. Fans are sick of hearing about rebuilding. Seasons they're looking for outcomes. Right now, Clark is more than simply a scorer. She contributes to playmaking and has the capacity to inspire her teammates. She really has it all. Caitlin Clark didn't just change the Indiana Fever. She changed the entire conversation around women's basketball. Before she arrived, this franchise was fading into the background, struggling to stay relevant, struggling to fill seats, struggling to convince fans that better days were ahead. But the moment Clark stepped onto that court, everything changed. Suddenly arenas were sold out. Television ratings exploded. Jerseys disappeared from stores. Every road game felt like a playoff atmosphere. One player brought an entire league new energy. And that's exactly why what happens next matters so much. Because moments like this don't come around often. Generational players don't wait forever. When you have someone capable of transforming a franchise, you either build around them correctly, or you waste the opportunity and spend the next decade regretting it. That's why Kelly Krauskopf's return feels bigger than just another front office move. This isn't about nostalgia. This isn't about bringing back a familiar face to make fans happy. This is about restoring structure, leadership, and accountability to a franchise that desperately needs it. Krauskopf understands what championship basketball looks like because she already built it once before. She understands culture. She understands roster construction. And most importantly, she understands timing. The Fever cannot afford to move slowly anymore. The truth is, Caitlin Clark has already done her part. Night after night, she carried the pressure, the expectations, the criticism, and the spotlight. She handled double teams, hard fouls, hostile crowds, non-stop media attention, and impossible expectations, all while still elevating her teammates and keeping this team relevant. Most rookies enter the league quietly. Caitlin Clark entered the league carrying an entire franchise on her back. And despite all of that, she never made it about herself. She talked about growing the league. She talked about helping teammates succeed. She even wanted opposing teams to benefit financially from the crowds she was bringing in. That tells you everything about who she is. She isn't just chasing stats. She wants to build something bigger. She wants to win. She wants to create a legacy. But no superstar can do it alone. Basketball history has shown this over and over again. Even the greatest players needed organizations that matched their ambition. Talent can sell tickets, but structure wins championships. That means smarter coaching, better defensive identity, stronger roster decisions, real accountability. The Fever can no longer rely on Caitlin Clark to rescue every broken possession or outscore every defensive collapse. That's not sustainable for any player, no matter how talented they are. And honestly, fans see it. They've watched Clark fight through exhaustion. They've watched games slip away because of poor rotations, weak defense, and inconsistent leadership. They've watched a rookie become the emotional center of an entire organization while veterans and coaches struggled to keep pace. That's why frustration grew so loud this season. Because people know this team is capable of more. Now the pressure shifts to the front office. Kelly Krauskopf's return signals that Indiana finally understands the magnitude of this moment. The Fever are no longer rebuilding in silence. They are now one of the biggest stories in sports. Expectations have changed. The standard has changed. And with Caitlin Clark leading the way, mediocrity is no longer acceptable. The scary part for the rest of the league? This Fever team is still incomplete. Caitlin Clark is only getting started. Her chemistry with teammates is improving. Her confidence is growing. Her understanding of the professional game is evolving every single week. If Indiana surrounds her with defenders, shooters, toughness, and the right coaching philosophy, this franchise could become a powerhouse faster than anyone expected. That's why the next decisions matter so much. Will they build a defense strong enough to compete for championships? Will they keep the right veterans around Clark? Will they finally create a system that maximizes her talent instead of forcing her to carry everything alone? Those answers will define the future of this organization. Because opportunities like this are rare. You don't stumble into a player who can transform ticket sales, television ratings, league popularity, and franchise relevance all at once. Caitlin Clark already gave the Fever something priceless: attention, hope, and belief. Now the organization has to prove it deserves her. And maybe, just maybe, Kelly Krauskopf is the person who can finally make that happen. One thing is certain, the entire basketball world is watching Indiana now. Every move they make will be analyzed. Every decision will matter. The excuses are gone. The spotlight is here. And for the first time in years, the Fever have a chance to become something special again. Not because of luck. Not because of hype. But because they finally have the one thing every great franchise needs. Please share your thoughts in the comment section, subscribe, and enable all notifications so you don't miss anything. We'll see you in the next one after you click the video on the screen.